Welcome to our channel, DG La Learn. In the heart of the ocean lies Coral Cove, a place where magic dances with every ripple and sunlight paints the water in hues of turquoise and gold. Here, vibrant coral reefs stretch like underwater gardens, their petals swaying to an invisible melody. Schools of iridescent fish dart through the gaps, weaving intricate patterns as if telling secrets only they understand. And then there's Pearl, the mermaid with a tail that glimmers like moonlight on the water. Her eyes hold the wisdom of ancient seashells, and her laughter echoes through the caverns. Pearl's curiosity knows no bounds, and she spends her days exploring hidden grottos, chasing sunbeams, and collecting seashells that whisper forgotten tales. But Pearl isn't alone in her adventures. Bubbles, the bubbly dolphin, is her loyal companion. With each leap, Bubbles sends a spray of stardust into the air, creating rainbows that bridge the gap between sea and sky. Their laughter mingles, a symphony of joy that resonates through the waves. And then there's Finn, the wise old sea turtle. His shell bears the map of 1,000 journeys, etched by currents and tides. Finn's stories are like treasures, priceless and shared only with those who listen closely. He guides Pearl and Bubbles, reminding them that the ocean holds both beauty and danger, and that harmony is the key to unlocking its secrets. Together, they swim through forests of swaying kelp, past shipwrecks where forgotten dreams lie entangled in seaweed. They chase after elusive seahorses, their tails twirling like delicate ribbons. And when night falls, they gather in a moonlit alcove, their voices rising in a song that weaves magic into the very fabric of Coral Cove. So, dear reader, dive deeper. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more enchanting stories. Let the saltwater embrace you, and may you glimpse the wonders that Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn share, the wonders of friendship, courage, and the enchantment that binds their hearts beneath the waves. And so our tale begins. The sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden path across Coral Cove. Pearl's heart danced with anticipation as she gathered her friends, Bubbles and Finn, near the ancient coral archway. The legend echoed in her mind, the Lost Lagoon holds a pearl so exquisite that even moonlight envies its glow. Bubbles, his dorsal fin shimmering, chirped excitedly. Imagine the colors, Pearl. Will it be azure like the sky or opalescent like a seashell? Finn, his wrinkled eyes wise and kind, traced the map with a claw. The Lost Lagoon lies beyond the whispering tides, guarded by the elusive seahorses. But beware, my friends. Legends also speak of a guardian, a luminous jellyfish with tendrils like spun silver. Pearl's tail swirled with determination. We'll face the guardian, unlock the lagoon's secrets, and claim that pearl. Our bond will guide us. And so, they set sail on their seashell boat, the map glowing in Pearl's hands. The ocean whispered encouragement, and the sun painted their path. Coral arches turned into underwater tunnels, and schools of fish cheered them on. As they reached the whispering tides, the water hummed with secrets. Bubbles leaped, leaving stardust in his wake. Onward, my friends! To the heart of mystery. Pearl's heart raced. The lagoon shimmered ahead, a hidden oasis of turquoise and emerald. Its waters held reflections of forgotten dreams, and the air smelled of salt and wonder. But then, they saw it, the guardian. A jellyfish, its tendrils glowing like moonbeams. It pulsed, blocking their way. Pearl met its gaze. We seek the pearl, she said. In friendship, not conquest. The jellyfish hesitated, then parted its tendrils. 3 hearts entwined, it whispered. Enter. And there, at the lagoon's center, rested the pearl, a luminous sphere that held the ocean's memories. Its colors shifted, sunrise pink, twilight blue, and the silver of moon-kissed waves. Pearl cradled it. Our bond brought us here, she said. May this pearl remind us, adventure is not in the destination, but in the journey. And so, they left the Lost Lagoon, hearts aglow, their friendship forever etched in its waters. And the legend continued, carried by the tides, whispered by the coral, and sung by the stars. The ocean's depths held more than beauty, they held trials, tests of courage and resilience. Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn swam onward, their hearts echoing the rhythm of the waves. The fierce currents, the water churned, pulling them toward a whirlpool. Pearl's tail shimmered as she fought against the current, her eyes fixed on Bubbles. He darted ahead, creating a bubble shield that buffered them. Together, they swirled like leaves in a storm, until the current spat them out into calmer waters. The dark cave, ahead loomed a cave, an abyss of shadows. Crystals glowed within, casting fractured rainbows on the walls. Pearl hesitated, but Bubbles nudged her. "Trust the light," he said. They followed the crystal's glow, their path twisting and turning until they emerged into a cavern filled with luminescent jellyfish. Their tendrils pulsed in greeting, revealing hidden passages. The seaweed forest, the forest stretched endlessly, a maze of emerald fronds. Finn's ancient eyes squinted. "Patience," he advised. Pearl led, her agility guiding them through narrow gaps. Bubbles, ever playful, wove through the seaweed like a comet. And Finn? His shell scraped against the tangled strands, but he whispered tales of forgotten shipwrecks, distracting them from fatigue. At last, they reached the heart of the forest, a clearing where phosphorescent fireflies danced. The path opened, revealing a shimmering gateway. The luminous arch, Pearl breathed. "Our final challenge." Bubbles grinned. "Speed won't help here. It's wisdom we need." Finn nodded. "The arch responds to truth. Speak your heart." And so, one by one, they confessed their fears, hopes, and dreams. The arch pulsed, recognizing their sincerity. It shimmered, revealing the way forward. "Together," Pearl said, and they swam through. Beyond the arch, they found the Lost Lagoon once more, the pearls glow brighter than ever. Their bond had carried them through, and now, they held the ocean's magic in their hands. And so their journey continued, deeper into Coral Cove, where wonders awaited and obstacles became stepping stones. The water in the Lost Lagoon was crystal clear, revealing every grain of sand and every glimmering pebble. Around them, coral formations stood like ancient guardians, their colors shifting from rose pink to azure blue. Sunlight filtered through, creating a dance of rainbows on the sandy floor. Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn hovered in awe. The lagoon was a jewel, a sanctuary where time seemed to slow. Bubbles nudged Pearl, his eyes wide. "Look, Pearl. The coral, it's alive. It sings." Indeed, the coral hummed, its tendrils swaying to an invisible melody. Each branch held secrets, the laughter of seahorses, the whispers of starfish, and the dreams of lost sailors. But at the heart of the lagoon lay the true wonder, a giant clam, its iridescent shell wide open. Within, nestled on a bed of moonlit sand, rested the legendary pearl. It glowed, a soft luminescence that pulsed with magic. Its colors shifted, opalescent white, seafoam green, and the blush of dawn. Pearl's heart raced. "The pearl of whispers," she breathed. "It holds the ocean's memories, the laughter of dolphins, the tears of mermaids, and the hopes of sailors seeking distant shores." Bubbles twirled, creating a whirlwind of bubbles. "And it's ours, Pearl. Our bond brought us here." Finn, his ancient eyes reflecting the pearl's light, nodded. "But remember, my friends, magic comes with responsibility. The pearl is more than treasure, it's a keeper of stories." Together, they touched the pearl, feeling its warmth. Their friendship sealed their fate, their quest had led them to this luminous moment. And so, beneath the watchful eyes of coral and the gentle sway of seaweed, Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn vowed to protect the Lost Lagoon and its pearl. For in their hearts, they carried the ocean's whispers, the promise of adventure, the strength of unity, and the wonder that bound them forever. And the legend continued, etched in the tides, sung by the seashells, and whispered by the waves. As Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn approached the giant clam, its shell seemed to pulse in rhythm with their hearts. The pearl within, once radiant, now flickered like a distant star. And then, rising from the depths, came the sea dragon, an ancient creature with scales like moonlit waves. Its eyes held the wisdom of eons, and its voice echoed through the lagoon. Children of the tides, the sea dragon intoned, the pearl's magic wanes, because the ocean weeps. Harmony is disrupted, the currents clash, the coral bleeds, and the whispers of the deep are drowned by anger and fear. Pearl's voice trembled. How can we restore the pearl's magic? The sea dragon's tail swirled, creating patterns in the water. Kindness, it said. Kindness is the key. Seek out those in need, the lost sailor, the wounded seahorse, the lonely kraken. Heal their hearts, and the ocean will sing again. Bubbles nodded. But how? Listen, the sea dragon said. Listen to the corals hum, the wind sigh, and the laughter of children on distant shores. Carry their stories, and weave them into acts of compassion. Finn's eyes gleamed. We'll mend broken shells, guide lost souls, and protect the fragile balance. And so, they pledged to spread kindness, to mend the ocean's wounds, one gesture at a time. The sea dragon watched them, its scales shimmering. Remember, it whispered, the pearl's glow reflects not just its beauty, but the love that binds all creatures beneath the waves. And with that, the sea dragon vanished, leaving Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn with a mission, to heal the ocean's heart and restore the Lost Lagoon's magic. And so their journey continued, not just as adventurers, but as guardians of the sea. Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn swam through the ocean, their hearts alight with purpose. Their first task, a family of fish tangled in a discarded net. Pearl's nimble fingers worked swiftly, freeing the fish one by one. Bubbles blew bubbles of encouragement, and Finn guided them to safety. Next, they encountered a polluted reef, a canvas of sorrow where plastic debris marred the coral's beauty. Together, they gathered the trash, their tails creating currents that swept it away. The reef sighed in relief, its colors brightening. But the greatest challenge awaited, a lost whale, its mournful song echoing. Pearl sang back, her voice weaving a path. Bubbles danced ahead, leading the way. And Finn whispered ancient sea shanties, guiding the whale to its family. With each act of kindness, the pearl glowed brighter. The ocean noticed, the currents softened, the coral hummed, and the whispers of the deep grew kinder. And so, Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn continued their mission, knowing that harmony was more than magic, it was the heartbeat of the sea. And the legend unfolded, carried by the waves, etched in the sand, and sung by the stars. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden veil upon the water, Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn returned to the Lost Lagoon. Their hearts swelled with anticipation, for they had witnessed the ocean's transformation. The currents now danced in harmony, the coral bloomed with renewed life, and the whispers of the deep held kindness. The giant clam awaited them, its shell aglow. Within, the pearl pulsed, a beacon of magic. Its colors shifted like the tides, azure, amethyst, and the blush of dawn. Pearl cradled it, feeling the ocean's gratitude. And then, rising from the depths, came the sea dragon, the same ancient creature who had revealed their mission. Its scales shimmered, reflecting the pearl's light. Children of courage, the sea dragon said, you have restored the balance. The Lost Lagoon sings once more. Pearl bowed. We were guided by kindness and unity. Bubbles twirled, creating a whirlpool of bubbles. And the pearl, it's brighter than ever. Finn's eyes held the weight of centuries. Remember this lesson, my friends. Magic is not in treasures alone, but in the love we share. The sea dragon's voice echoed through the lagoon. For your bravery, I grant you a boon. Whenever you need guidance, seek the moon's reflection upon the water. And with that, the sea dragon vanished, leaving Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn standing in the heart of wonder. The pearl's glow enveloped them, filling the lagoon with its magical light. And so, the Lost Lagoon became a place of pilgrimage, a sanctuary where travelers sought solace, lovers whispered promises, and dreamers found inspiration. Coral bloomed, and the whispers of the deep carried tales of kindness. And the legend continued, etched in the waves, sung by the seashells, and whispered by the stars. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden veil upon the water, Pearl, Bubbles, and Finn stood at the edge of the Lost Lagoon. The pearl, now radiant, bathed the lagoon in its magical light. The sea dragon's voice echoed in their hearts, kindness is the heartbeat of the sea. And so, they waved goodbye, to the coral, the whispering tides, and the memories woven into every seashell. The Lost Lagoon was restored, but their bond remained, their laughter, their courage, and the wonder that had carried them through. As they swam away, the ocean sang, a melody of gratitude, hope, and farewell. And the legend continued, etched in the waves, sung by the stars, and whispered by the seashells. Thank you for joining us on this magical quest. If you love this story, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, DG Law Learn, for more captivating tales. Until our next adventure, keep spreading kindness and exploring the wonders of the world.